Hey guys, so in this video I am doing lesson 4 in unit 6. So I know that we typically don't start the video like this, but I want you to pause the video and see if you can remember what the sine, cosine, and tangent function is from last lesson. So the functions are opposite over hypotenuse for sine, adjacent over hypotenuse for cosine, and opposite over adjacent for tangent. Or know it by the saying, some old hippie caught another hippie tripping on asphalt, or SOHCAHTOA if you can spell it. So again, SOHCAHTOA, SOHCAHTOA. That is what we are using to determine which trig function to use. So finding missing side lengths. Determine which trig ratio you will use based on the side you are given and the side you need to know, or you need to find out. Fill in the information you know. Remember, the angle is always inside of the parentheses for the trig function. So let's do some examples of the missing sides. So for number 1, and all of these purple circles mean that they are represented in the video that I go over how to put it in the calculator. So for number 1, what do we know? We know our angle. Our angle is 52 degrees. What else do we know? We know that this side is 28. Well, what is this side? This side is across from the 90-degree angle, so we know our hypotenuse. What else? What are we trying to find? Well, we're trying to find x. Well, this x is across or opposite from our angle that is given. So we know that we need to find our opposite side. So which trig function deals with our hypotenuse and our opposite side? And again, if you need to write it every single time, please do so. Some old hippie caught another hippie tripping on asphalt. So which one involves a H and a O? The only one that does is SOH. So that is our sine function. So we're going to set this up. We have sine of our angle equals our opposite comes first, because I'm saying O comes first. So our opposite side is x over hypotenuse, which is 28. Now we want to get x by itself. So to move that division of 28 away from the x, we're going to multiply by 28 on both sides. Cancels out. We're left with 28 times sine of 52 equals x. Then we're going to put all of this on the left side into the calculator. Again, if you've already gone through the video of how to use the calculator, hopefully you remember that you have to be in degree mode, and I do show you in that video how to do that. And you will get 22.1 equals x. And again, we're rounding to the nearest tenth, so we're getting 22.1. So that is our answer for number 1. Now let's try number 2. We're having to determine what information is given. So we know the angle is 55 degrees. So there's our angle. We also know this side is 21. Well, if our angle is here, the side is touching the angle that's given and is not the hypotenuse. So that is going to be our adjacent side. Now, what side or what information are we trying to find? This x. This x is across or opposite from the angle. So we are trying to find our opposite side again. So we're dealing with adjacent, or the a, and our o. So which trig function deals with a and o? TOA part, tangent part. So we're going to have tangent of our angle that was given, which was 55, equals, well, o comes first, so our opposite is x, over our a, which is 21. And we kind of solve it just like number 1. We get x by itself. To get rid of division of 21, we're going to do multiplication of 21 on both sides. We get 21 times tangent of 55 equals, well, the 21s cancel out, so we're left with just x. So all of this on the left side gets put into the calculator, and rounded to the nearest tenth, we get 30.0 equals x. And that would be our answer for number 2. Number 3. Number 3, we're also given our angle. We're also given this side over here, which is 35. So across the triangle is going to be our opposite side. And what we're trying to find is this x, which is across from our 90-degree angle, which is our hypotenuse. So which trig function deals with our o and our h? If you need to look at the SOHCAHTOA letters, o and h is sine. So sine of the angle equals o comes first. So we have 35 over our hypotenuse, which is x. So this is one that is circled with purple. So this is featured in that video of how to use the calculator. You are going to move the denominator over. So yes, we're end up with x by itself. But right now we've got to get rid of this fraction so we can actually handle it. So we're going to multiply by x on both sides. We get x times sine of 35 equals 35. Then we're going to divide by sine on both sides to get rid of the sine of 35. So x is by itself. So we get x equals 35 over sine of 35. We're going to put all of that into the calculator and get our answer of 61.0. So there is our number 3. I'm going to do one more, I believe. So let's do number 4. Number 4, you always have to determine what information you are given. So you are given your angle. We know the side across from the 90-degree angle, so we do know our hypotenuse. And then we have the side that is touching the angle that is not the hypotenuse that we need to find out, which would be our adjacent side. So which trig function deals with our h and our a? That is our cosine trig function. So we have cosine of our angle that was given, which was 16, equals, cosine is adjacent, or a then h, so a comes first, and our adjacent side is x. Our h comes second, so our hypotenuse is 22. We're gonna get x by itself, so we want to, let me change color so you can really see it. We're gonna remove the division of 22, so x is by itself, so multiply by 22 on both sides. We get 22 times cosine of 16 equals 22's cancel out, we get x. Then all of this on the left side gets put into the calculator, and we get x equals 21.1, and that is our answer. Okay. If you will, pause the video and attempt number 5. So for number 5, you should have gotten x equals 61.7. Again, pause the video and attempt number 6 and 7. Number 6, you should have gotten 12.6. And number 7, you should have gotten 4.4. So for the practice for lesson 4, you will attempt all of lesson 4 practice that is found in this packet. Again, as always, I'm only an email or remind message away if you have any questions or concerns.